have sold $106,000 gross.
In 20 months.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and this is my husband Kefa. Welcome to our channel, The Safa Way. We started reselling online since April 2019.
Yeah.
At the
like
time.
20 months. Yeah.
Yes, and we started knowing
Zero.
Nothing.
Right?
Nada. And we made all the mistakes that you can make by reselling online. However, with a lot of hard work and a lot of perseverance
And a lot of wisdom.
and research, we have sold $106,000 gross.
In 20 months. And starting off knowing absolutely nothing. No clue what we're doing. And, you know, yeah. But this is proof that with hard work, determination, zeal, and just pushing hard, you can do so much.
So we're gonna share what do we sell, where do we sell, and what are some of the best sales that we've made in those last 20 months.
Absolutely. So, like we said, the big number is 106,000 sold. Of course, that's gross sales. So, you know, obviously there are fees and everything in there, the cost of goods. So people messaging right when we're doing video. Unbelievable. So, we're going to give you guys a glimpse, as my wife said, we're going to give you guys a glimpse of what we sell, where we sell, and so on. When we first started out, what did we start off with? So we heard that Rain Done, and it was like
Rain Done, the breakable.
Yes, the breakables.
Beautiful
pieces
that break on their way.
Yeah.
When they're being shipped.
When they're being shipped, by no fault of your own. But we heard that we'll actually cover another video another time where we're gonna. If you'd like us to do that video where we talk about the entire journey, how we even got into selling, let us know in the comments. We'll definitely do that. But when we first started, what were we selling? We were mainly selling Ray-Don pieces. For those who love Ray-Don, they're beautiful, beautiful pieces. But we bought a bunch of them. No clue what we were doing with them, what actually sells.
Yeah, we moved on quickly.
Yeah, it didn't work out for us. We sold a few of them pretty well, but that's a whole other story. But we sell a variety of stuff. We started off with some Ray-Don. We do a lot of shoes, mainly athletic stuff like sneakers and like boots. What else do we do?
Athletic wear, also we do a lot. We do a lot of like electronics when you can find them, house stuff, kitchen stuff.
Yeah, especially like electronics, if we can find them in boxes and are brand new and sealed, that's even better. They're those that we can actually test, and so those can be good too. Other stuff, yeah, we do a lot of clothes. Mostly, like when we do clothes, we'll look for more interesting pieces that have a higher profit margin, like or with brands that have strong following, like Lululemon, Atlanta, what else? Fabletics.
Fabletics also.
Yeah.
Yes, we do books also. Sometimes some books can be really good.
Yeah, like especially the textbook stuff like that can be really good. The clothes, we are more selective with clothes now for different reasons, and we'll cover that in a different video. So we'll do especially a lot of like vintage stuff, vintage jackets, coats, sports stuff. Those, you know, depending on what it is, can be really, really valuable. So we sell on Mercari. I don't know if you're familiar with.
That's where we started.
Yes.
Actually selling Ray-Don on Mercari. So now we have 2 stores over there. So one store is mainly for like athletic wear,
and
shoes,
sneakers.
The other store is more for like purses.
And then we also have 2 stores on eBay, and the first one is actually the general store, which has been running since 2019. It's actually a bigger store in terms of revenue and volume. But then we also started a sneaker-only eBay store at the beginning of this year. The reasons we wanted to do a niche-specific store, and we'll cover that in a different video. So in total, we have 4 stores. Now, where do we get our items from? That is the question.
So mostly, right? Mostly we would get them from the local thrift stores. That's where we go every single week to look for things, and depending on the day, we can come back with many bags of items, and some days we come back empty-handed. That's just the truth.
That's the reality of thrifting. Some days you're just on fire. Other days you walk around and it's just goose egg after goose egg. Like yesterday, right? Goose egg, it's like zero. When you do zero, goose egg.
It's fun.
It's you guys tell about goose egg, you know. So, but we do get a lot of stuff from thrift stores, but that's not our only source of products. If you want to be a really, really good and effective reseller or build a good business, you have to have a myriad of sources for inventory. And ideally, if you have at least 10 different locations, that can be beneficial. So we do a lot of the local thrift stores like Goodwill, Miracle Hill, and some of the other
like
smaller
the
ones.
Salvation Army, or those that are owned by organizations.
Yes.
Also.
We also do retail arbitrage, where we'll get like brand new items, let's say if they're on clearance or something, from places like Ross, Burlington, TJ Maxx,
Marshalls.
Yes. And there we do get especially a lot of sneakers. Sometimes we've gotten brand new electronics like headphones. I kid you not, for as low as $1.99. $1.99 for headphones that sell for $50. You get a bunch of them.
It's all about timing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Another place that we discovered more recently is Goodwill Auctions.
Yes.
Because Goodwill has been putting a lot of their most valuable things on the auction, right? So you have to bid for it.
Yeah.
So that's a place that we look at almost every day. Almost every day we're looking at what is new there, or more like what is ending the same day.
Yeah.
Right? And then once or twice a week we'll have to go to our local Goodwill to pick those items up.
Yeah.
Which they're priced higher, but then at the same time you don't have to go out, you don't have to spend gas or your time or anything. It's something that you can do from home and then go pick up multiple items at the same time at the same place.
You can find a variety of stuff from there, from shoes to items to electronics like bows. In fact, we've actually purchased outbid a few people. It's always fun when you outbid people. It's a rush. I'm sorry.
He gets.
But I want it. It's great. But anyway, I don't know, because I'm a little competitive and stuff like that, so it's fun. We also get products from other places like consignment stores. There's so many different consignment stores like Platos or Platos. We say Platos, but people say Platos.
Yeah.
Platos Closet.
Or Clothes Mentor.
Clothes Mentor.
There's also some local ones, and the reason why it's good to buy there is because they're more selective. You're more likely to find the brands that you're looking for.
Yes.
You will have to pay more for the items, however they will be in great condition, and sometimes it's still totally worth it to pay up for them and still make a good amount of
sell
money.
higher.
Yes.
Yeah. We also get some of our products from online sources, believe it or not, from the marketplace, the Facebook marketplace, and also the places we purchase things are from some of the places we actually sell. From Mercari, from eBay. Oh, and the other thing we didn't talk about that we do every now and then, we go to estate sales and...
Oh yes, so estate sales, yes. I really like garage sales. We have not gone so much, not as much as I would have liked, but the good thing about the garage sales is that the people usually are putting stuff that they're just tired of seeing in their house, and many times like you can get incredible things for such a low price, because at that point they just want to get rid of it. Garage sales can be competitive though, because it's like there's a lot of other resellers, but I think there's things for everyone, and we have found a lot of good valuable things at garage sales.
The only time that garage sales, like buyers rent it for everyone, is when, you know, the homeowner says, oh, be here at 7, or it's starting at 7, and the buyers are there at 2 in the morning. It's like, come on.
Too little.
Yeah, that's a little much. They're there at 2 in the morning, and then they buy everything, and then you're there at 6 thinking you're going to find a bunch of stuff, and then they were there at 2 in the morning and pretty much slept the night. It happened twice, and I haven't gotten over it, so forgive me.
It's okay.
It's a very fine time.
Another thing that we discovered recently, I think they call it bin time.
Yes.
So what happens is that Amazon when they get some returns, there's some things that they won't resell through Amazon, so they send them to a center. So when you go to the center, it's full of bins, and the one that is closest to our house is very big, and there's bins and bins and bins full of items that were returns from Amazon. And depending on the day that you go, each item can cost either $5, $3, or $2. So depending on the day that you go. So this is something that we recently discovered, so we're kind of experimenting. So far we got a few things, but we're looking forward to go again and see what else we can find.
A lot of the places that we do buy stuff, our goal with our model is to try to find spend the lowest amount the lowest amount possible, and then sell them at a much higher price point so that we are maximizing our profits. So for this reason, we'll look at, we try to work with the average cost of goods per month and try to go as low as possible. And I think that's actually a more effective strategy, especially for those who are starting out. If you're starting out selling, you want to spend as little as possible per item and maximize your profit. So that means getting items that actually sell really, really well, but at the lowest price possible, because you want to keep as much money in as possible, as opposed to going to look for something expensive that's $100 to sell it for $150.
You're spending too much.
You're spending too much when you could get, for that same $100, you could get a lot of other cheaper stuff and maximize your profit. So with a lot of the people that we've been able to teach selling, like some of our family members as well as friends, these are some of the things we teach them from the get-go. So now that you're kind of familiar with what we sell, where we get the items from, we're going to just give you guys a quick glimpse of some of our best-selling items in the last 20 months, and some of them will surprise you. So,
okay, let me do the first 3 ones because those were my friends. Yes, okay. So that was kind of recent. I was on the Goodwill auction and I saw this M&M vintage. Was it vintage?
Not the wrapper.
No, like the chocolates M&M. So it was like a big jacket, and it had like M&M on it. NASCAR jacket. We paid $40 for it, which is a good amount of money, but we were able to sell it for
$225, and we had to beat a lot of people for that jacket. Like the bidding was hot, so I was on the computer.
Cyber warrior.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was one of our best.
That was a great sell,
and it sold really quickly. I think it was like a week or a week and a half, maybe at most. Yeah, we had offers.
So that was amazing. The second thing was also very recent, and it was an Ed Hardy suit, like a kind of sports suit. So it has matching pants and like a zip-up top. So we paid $10 for the whole suit, and we were able to sell it for $200.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah.
Also,
another one that was probably one of the most surprising. We found, and actually she found she found this because she likes,
I like to brag about.
We have to say she found it. So we found this vintage Fox paper. We had 5 boxes, and I think each comprised of roughly about 500 sheets of paper. We looked up the comps, and they were relatively decent. But then when we got home, we looked at them even further, and these things were selling for a lot. We sold them for $485. In fact, we sold 4 to one person for $385, and then we sold the last one
for paper. It was 5 boxes of paper. Like it's the thing that you would just not even look at. But I saw that on the box there was something that made it look vintage, kind of old. I just did the research just for the fun of it, and it turns out it was worth tons of money for paper.
So the vintage stuff are unbelievable. And now, next on the lines, we purchased this Sonos kind of like surround sound system, and we purchased that for $4. Looked it up, the comps, and we saw that they were selling like hot cakes. You can use that, right? Hot cakes. Okay, they were selling like hot cakes, and we listed it I think when we had listed it, we had discovered that they were selling from anywhere from 300 to 400. We listed it for about 325 or 350. I can't remember the exact amount. And it sold within 4 days, like that, for the full asking price. We turned $4 into $350. After fees, we paid. We received an estimated profit of like maybe 310, something like that. So that was something.
The next one were some Chanel sandals, leather. We found them at, or you found them at a local consignment store for $63, which you would say like it's a lot of money to pay, but they were Chanel and they were vintage with the box.
Yeah.
So they sold for $500.
And those actually also sold within 4 days, and we looked them up really carefully just to ensure that they were legit and everything. So we paid up for them, but you know, you're paying $63 and selling for $500. I mean, that's a huge sale. Another thing that also did sell really well for us, and there are so many, we can't really recap all of them, but these are just some of the most fun, interesting sales. We had this stamina in motion, like fitness strider thing. I couldn't even use it, and
What
we
is that
purchased
supposed to be?
strider.
I don't know what that is.
Actually, I really don't know.
Okay.
But it was a fitness thing. Hopefully, when you see the picture, it'll make a little bit more sense. But we purchased that for $20, and it sold for $100, and that sold really quickly as well. The fitness stuff were really valuable and high profile, especially this past year, because you know, gyms were closed and you know, many fitness locations were closed, so people were looking for a lot of stuff that they could use at home. We sold several fitness items.
Yes.
Those did really well for us.
There's something that you forgot here.
What is that?
The two. Okay, so there's two Prada bags that we found at consignment stores. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we paid around $70 each.
Yeah.
They were small Prada bags, not leather. It was just a fabric.
Yeah.
One sold almost immediately.
Yes.
For
yeah.
$500.
And then the second one sold for, I think it was 300, and I can't remember the exact amount. We'll find it. We'll put it on the screen. But it sold for 300 or something, if I'm not wrong. So those were huge sales.
Yeah, that was, I think it was our first like
yeah,
biggest sale, like where we kind of like
you needed to just lie down.
Yes.
I couldn't believe it was such a great sale like that. There were also other shoes that we purchased and sold for really well. One was a Nike Kyrie 4 confetti shoes. They are very weird looking shoes. Those we did pay up for them from Ross. We paid $48 for them. But they sold for $350. They took time to sell because it's like a size 16. I don't know how many people wear size 16. So they took a bit of time, but it was a rare sneaker, and they sold for $350. There were so many other huge sales that it would even be so hard. We would not even have the time to go through all of them. So we'll probably just throw them on the screen, and you guys can check them out. But yeah, so we kid you not, we have sold 106,000 gross sales in 20 months, and starting off, like we said, no clue what we're doing.
Nothing, but it's just a lot of hard work, perseverance, learning, and we are still learning. Hopefully a year from now we will know so much more. So we're just learning every single week, every single month, and growing.
Yeah. But what we discovered, if you're going to resell, number one, find somewhere that you'd enjoy selling on. Mercari, we find, is one of the simplest ones to start with, because the platform is so easy to understand, and within a day or a few hours you can make even your first sale. So it might be a really good one to to check out. If you don't know it, you can check out the link in the in our description. And there are many others. There's Poshmark, and they all have different types of audiences. But finding where you like to sell will be a good thing. And then one other thing that can be beneficial even for starting to sell is just going through your house and finding a bunch of stuff that you don't need or don't use anymore, and start just researching them on eBay and other places, and you might be surprised at how valuable they are. And so that could be a great way to start selling. That can start putting you on the path where you're really learning how to start selling.
Yes, that's totally true.
Yeah, wisdom. And then another thing also is being patient. You know, we've been teaching another friend of ours. He actually sells books, and we have been encouraging him to start selling. He has like 10,000 books, and we have been encouraging him to start selling his books because he's wanted to make a bit of extra income. And we started to give him strategies and ways, and within I think it was the first 8 weeks, he had sold almost 100 books in the first 8 weeks, and just through dedication, putting in the effort and learning. There are lots of great YouTube videos that you can actually learn, lots of great people who are selling that you can learn from. We've learned from a lot of really awesome people, and we look forward to sharing more in the videos to come. And so if you have any questions even on some of the stuff you saw here, you know, let us know in the comments. Yeah,
that's it. Thank you for listening to us, and
of course, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, and of course hit the like or thumbs up button, you know, if you like this video, if you like content like this, and make sure to click the bell icon to receive notifications for when we post new videos. We are looking to post more videos regularly. Until then, it's goodbye from the bald and the beautiful. I'm the beautiful.
I'm the tall, I guess.
So until next time, ciao.